Figure out a way. We need someone else to do warm up, and then someone else to start the show. There's no beat between warm up and starting the show. Speaking of which, hi everybody, welcome back to the Late Night Playset. My name is Jay Ryan. We are going to be joined this evening by Mr. Pinstripe Chris, who is right over there. Oh, he doesn't know what he looks like because the monitor isn't there. Here you go, buddy. There you go. There you go. Pinstripe Chris is here. We've got the missus over here, and up north of the border, we've got producer Mike. Sending out his piece. I feel like your set dressing is getting better and wider. I feel like you're developing over there. You're doing some.
We're upping the ante, Jay. Yeah, we're upping the ante, inspired by you and yours.
keep it up. Keep it up. Anyway, tonight Pinstripe Chris is here, and he just bought a Ferrari 348 recently. I have driven it. Tonight we're going to talk about it, as well as the great reveal of the caressable Luft Pinstripe Chris art car, desk piece art car, right? Is that about it? Did I cover it? Did I cover everything it is? Well, we're going to, well, you guys will see what it is. I haven't seen what it is. I can't wait to see what it is. We're all going to see what it is. Tonight, here on the Late Night Playset. That's what's going on. Who is here on Instagram? Extra Lego Cars, Sebastian Haver, Mr. Mike Vera, Clark Smith, Flat Six Photographer, James Cornish. Let's see. Carissable. What a name. Yeah. Could you tell? I came up with it on the spot. Yeah. Mariha is Criven. Mariha is Criven. Mariha has Criven, everyone. Apex Dream Cars and Flat Six Photographer. Hey, guys. So anyway, that's what's going on. We are going to start the playset right now. You trim your beard. You look great. And he did a shave. Everybody looks great. What's up, you guys? Kurt must be here. Hi, what's up, dude? What's up, guys? Tommy. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you guys. Good morning. Don't mind us. We were just having a little pre-show conversation.
Yeah, that's all good.
Why save it for the podcast? I always say, get it out during the opening credits that you've seen 100 times. Welcome back to the Late Night Playset. Let's swing this around so that the Instagram audience is here as well. And I will now do my favorite thing, which is wave at them all. I waved at Thumper, everybody. Everyone remember who Thumper is?
Oh my gosh, hello.
I forgot Thumper existed till they just showed up in the chat here. Wow. Thumper was once, whatever. I don't want to get into it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Paul Novotny's here. Porsche Passionist just joined. The real Batmobile. It was great talking to you today, Rick. More to come on all of that. Well, we were talking about some business too, but also Cars and Comedy down at the Marconi. Going to have a meeting with them next week. Blah, blah, blah. Look at that one little bubble. Can you still see it hanging out?
Not
Yep.
sure what to do yet.
Can anyone else see it? It's there, right? Whoa! Tonight is... Oh, gosh. I took my glasses off already. I got to meet with Gabe Abelson again, too, so I can get my damn studio glasses back. Son of a bitch stole them while he was here on the show.
You call him Gableson?
Gabe Abelson. You know, former monologue writer and head writer on Letterman, but also Leno as well. He was on the show and stole my damn glasses. Son of a bitch.
Wow.
If I knew him, I would call him Gableson.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Gabe Abelson. I think I got the same thing. What am I saying here? Tonight is Thursday, March 24th, 2022. My name is Jay Ryan. Nicole Ryan. Pinstripe Chris is our guest. We've got producer Mike on the line up in Canada. And it's Tradecraft Thursday. I forgot to give it here on Tradecraft Tuesday. Sorry about that. Although that whole show was so inspiring, I'm almost glad you were not.
Yeah, same.
We got to talk about that, everybody. The Niall Evans show. Holy crap. If you get a chance, go back and watch it. A couple technical difficulties on the sound. Just motor through. It only lasts a couple minutes. It's not a big deal. He is incredible. Inspiring, generous, loving. Just what you would consider, I think, if you were to look up wonderful person and photo of Niall Evans. He was great on Tuesday. The stuff he shared, the personal nature of it, his own success story, how he came to be. It's really, really great. It's really, really great. And we laughed a lot, and we got emotional, and he thought our studio was nuts. He thought it was amazing. He wants one. But he's just really, really great. So follow him, Niall Evans, and then watch that show. It's really good. And he's going to be back, too. So if you don't watch that show, watch the next one. Thumper, it's good to have you back, Thumper. Oh, somebody bought a badge. Thanks for buying a badge. Shazam Mike says, hey-yo in the chat. He's running the chat. Thank you for doing that, buddy. Gosh, it makes it so much easier when you have, like, mods doing things. Can you make a mod on this? Can I make you a mod on this? Do you know? Chad?
Yeah, I don't know.
No Chad. There is no Chad, only Zool. No, that's Pinstripe Chris. What's happening here? Wait, what's... There we go. Is that it? Do you know... Can I make you a mod anywhere? I can do it on YouTube, probably. And maybe
I know less about Instagram than I do the engines in motor cars. So.
Oh, okay. Which is not much, everybody.
No.
Hold it. He's got some cool cars, but he's not a wrench. So Skip Paul says hello, and Irene Hoffman says, here. We're doing roll call, Irene. Good to know. Now, I think Irene started watching the show because of you. That's right, because she didn't know who we were. She knows who you are.
Because of us, my friend. Because of us.
Okay, I'll take it. But she's the significant other to Rupert G of the Hello Deli of the old
Irene
show.
and Rupert have a long, colorful history, and it is beautiful and lovely.
All right, good to know. But that's who she is as far as other people, because I have a feeling she's going to be here for a while, right?
Yeah.
I have a feeling we've got Irene now. Like, I have a feeling Irene's not going anywhere.
I believe you are correct.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm
we'll
delighted
probably be
about
talking
that.
about her from time to time. So there we go.
Yeah.
Now at least we all know who she is. It's there's so many songs. Or it's Eileen. Well, there's Irene too. It's Come On, Eileen.
Yeah.
Isn't there something? Good night, Irene.
Good night,
Yeah.
Irene. Yes.
Anybody?
I don't know the one.
Too old, my references. Nobody gets my references. All right, so what are we talking about? The Niall Evans, that was great. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It's really not a big deal. Motor through. The only other things, we have an East Coast feed we didn't do from Tuesday, and that's real short. And then I want to remind everyone about the new Autoimmunity Foundation.org. Correct, the Autoimmunity Foundation, which is the name of the Nicole Shabbat Ryan Foundation. We're going to figure out everything else and give it to you in a much more palatable form. But we're really, really excited about it. We finally got our paperwork, which means I can then go to the bank next week and set up the account and then put the GoFundMe money in there. You know what I mean? Like, everything has become real, and now it's a thing in motion. We can get some other people involved and such. And it couldn't have happened if it wasn't for all of you, the community. So thank you to those who made financial contributions to the thing, the GoFundMe. But thank you so much to the people who kind of helped tell us what to do, because neither one of us knew what to do.
We needed direction.
Yeah, and the people that helped both with advice and the people who actually helped us facilitate things. Some guy at a 997, Danny, I'm talking about you. Thank you to just the whole community. From the Ryans, thank you. It's awesome. We plan to do very good things, and we know you will all be checking on us, so it's not like we're going anywhere. So it should all be good. That's that. East Coast feed, real quick, and I'll take a breath and a sip of water. I hope I loaded it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Roll it, Hal.
East Coast feed.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan. Coraline and I are here having breakfast. What are we having today, Monk?
Waffles and strawberries.
Ooh, and strawberries. And what are we watching for your first time ever?
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. And Mr. Ryan, look who's on Pee-wee's Playhouse. Is that Phil Hartman with Pee-wee?
Yes!
Oh my God!
Captain Carl!
Anyway, she's enjoying her first experience at Pee-wee's Playhouse on a fun Saturday morning while Brooke's at work. And we're sitting here in the house. Right? Did you tell them what happened with the first set of breakfast that I made for you? What happened?
Raven was like, she was running on the table and then she scratched at his finger and now she got syrup on my leg and syrup on my hand and then the whole food of the plate fell and then at least we got one more waffle.
Long story short, the cat dove on the table while I was cutting the waffles and therefore cut my hand open and waffles went everywhere in strawberries. Right, babe?
Yeah.
All right, that was it. We're signing off from East Coast. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. I mean, come on, that's amazing. But is there anything better than every single thing about that was amazing to me? She's a little him, which is incredible. Yeah. She told the story fine. He's like, here, to sum it up, it was amazing. It was amazing. And we're all cut from the same cloth. Those are clearly the people I grew up with. But man, I love that little girl. I love seeing him as a fucking great dad. Kaz, man, you're a great dad. I salute you and I love you, and I'm so proud of you. You're a great dad, and you're raising a great little girl. And then we also noticed that the living room had been painted, and we are both in agreement that it's a vast improvement. Vast improvement. It looks way better. It looks more like it used to, if you know what I mean. Even though it's totally new, it looks more like it used to. It was kind of that color when they moved in. You know how condos are sort of that color? But over the years, different personalities have come through and added theirs to the walls, and now it's all washed off there. I don't mean anything by that. It just, maybe I do. What are you going to do? Let's see. Car Coffee Shirt is with us. Shazam, Mike, how's the audio on the Instagrams? That's a good question. See if anybody answers you. And let's see how it is on the YouTubes as well. Oh, well, nobody's complaining, I guess. It's still just Irene Hoffman and Skip Ploss. All right, let's go down the list here.
Hey, Jay.
Pee-wee, got it? Oh, and then Pee-wee's Playhouse. How cool was that? Cowboy Carl?
Hey, Jay.
Cowboy Curtis. No, there is Cowboy Curtis. Captain Carl. Phil Hartman.
That was pretty cool.
Did you ever watch Pee-wee's Playhouse? I mean, oh, God, man. Every episode when I was a kid. Saw everyone. Saturday morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You were probably like doing things out of the house. I was glued to the box.
Or my brother had boy cartoons on.
So if your brother was home, he would have been watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. That was the boy shit.
It was not popular in my house. So
that doesn't surprise me.
boy cartoons were.
I don't think your parents would have tolerated having the what is this nonsense and getting that off there, you know?
They wouldn't have tolerated what?
Pee-wee's Playhouse. I feel like they would have looked
not.
at that for 2 seconds and been like, what the frick is... No way.
No way. That was not happening.
And not in a bad way, just like it was the writing, the comedy, the genius of whatever it was because it was insane. It was anything their generation saluted, deconstructed.
Yeah, we'd go to totally different comedy clubs if we were in the same space now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I thought it was hilarious. We had just met. One of our first dates was back in New York. We were already dating you, but I think it was first, certainly, I think the weekend I met your parents or something. But whatever. Tracy Morgan was playing the Apollo, like the Apollo Theater in Harlem.
and so we were all there, and don't get me started to this day. I'm still bummed that I was backstage with the industry idiots instead of being in the beautiful Apollo Theater, which is what I wanted. But anyway, they didn't get that. That was Tracy Morgan. He was on 30 Rock at the time. They didn't get that.
No.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good show. No one really cared.
Oh, maybe that wasn't your parents. Maybe that was Tracy. Is that what you're saying? Well,
All of it.
I'm not saying that.
It was a family thing. There was a lot of stress. My uncle and I were there. Like, it was a whole thing.
Yeah. Jay's mic is a little fuzzy. It gets worse with volume. So that could be Instagram. So I'll stay off it a little bit. It's overmodulation. But it's not happening in the regular show. We're trying to finesse it so that everybody gets...
Good audio.
Yeah.
Of course.
We're finally
science.
piped into the Instagram.
That's what, yeah.
We're all working on it. Anyway, okay. So here's something that I don't know how much I want to tell you, but I want to at least bring it up because producer Mike's here, and just because Skip Plus. Now he will be the put a pin in what I was just saying. Skip Plus is always the deciding factor when it comes to technicals.
Yep.
Sound on Instagram is a little overblown and ragged, but much better. YouTube is good, but it could be me. No, I think you're right. We're trying to find a happy medium, Skip Plus. We're working on it. Hopefully it's better now. I was talking
Thank
to
you, Skip.
Magnus. How much do you unpack when you want to tell somebody one thing? Whatever. Magnus and his producers were over earlier today because we were doing his show here. I was talking to the other producer, Sean Winograd, PCH driver, about an idea I had about how to solve this. We think we might have it licked, but regardless, I have to buy some stuff off of Amazon. So we'll see. Put a pin in it. Hopefully next week will be good. All that to say, stay with us. It'll hopefully get better. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so, okay, now back to what I wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you or not, and I just had an out to not go back to.
I would have reminded you, sir.
This will be quick, then we'll do
Let's
commercials. and
take the
get Chris in
pin
here.
out, shall we?
We talked a little bit because the other day we sort of accidentally, intentionally talked about other Letterman assets that may or may not have that still be in the atmosphere in the world that we thought might have been destroyed, but it seems like maybe they weren't. And I went down a rabbit hole investigating. It seemed like somebody that I had heard about before might actually have these assets, and it seemed like far-fetched, but whatever. I investigated anyway. All of that. Well, it's been a long journey. I don't want to just blah, 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 say stuff like it was easy, because nothing's been easy. This has been what's 1990? 29-year thing. I've been looking
Journey.
for this shit since 1993.
I mean, how do you wrap that up in?
Well,
5
I'm trying not to,
seconds?
but I'm trying to. I'm not doing a good job. It turns out it's all true. And I reached out to the person, and the person doesn't know what to make of us, of course, because this person's very accomplished in what they do. I don't want to say any names, and I don't want to say too much, because this is an ongoing thing, and I respect this person a great deal. I will tell you this. The person has been here. We rushed home for a meeting from Breakfast Club last week. We've rushed home to get here at 2 o'clock. We thought this thing would be over very quickly because we sort of felt like this person had a certain importance to them and their time is valuable, etc. They left at 8:30 at night. I'm not kidding. I've never felt more connected to a person before, from my own nuttiness and insanity to like somebody else with the same nuttiness and insanity. Like, we're all, anybody who's around this, anybody who's in our orbit is a bit of a weirdo. Sorry if you don't know it. I'm telling you. It's what we attract. Like begets like, right? But we're all different weirdos, right? Like Pinstripe Chris, I hope you're not offended. I think you're a little bit of a weirdo, and that's what I love about. That's what I personally love about you.
I don't envy normal people. They're boring.
So this guy happened to be my particular type of weirdo.
Nice.
Not mine, like the kind that I'm into, the kind I'm not into. He's just like me. It was fascinating. I don't know what's going to happen, but before the The story for how he came to get this stuff is every bit as good for the story of how I came to get this stuff. His is a little bit more above board in some cases. But it's still so incredible that when he was telling us this story as we were all sitting on the floor in my wife's bedroom, like this is how intimate this whole thing got. We said there's no way in hell he would ever part with this stuff. This is like stuff that's going to either go to a museum or to the grave with him or whatever the heck. And somehow, by the end of the evening, well, it was an exorbitantly high price. But he literally said, like, all right, you want it? All right, here's a price. And it was like crazy nuts. I don't want to buy it. I don't think it's right. I thought about it. Like, I was like, oh, well, we could probably figure out how to do that. And we still probably could, but that doesn't feel right to me. What feels right to me is for him to give that stuff to us. And that sounds nuts, but I think it might happen someday. And I don't mean tomorrow. I feel like with what he wants to do, with what his long-term goals are, I feel like we could be beneficial, and I feel like we could earn that stuff. And I don't want to say too much about what the stuff is or anything. I've already gone way too long cryptically on all of this. I kind of couldn't believe it. He's given me gifts that I can't explain because things that I thought were gone forever have been saved and taken care of because of him. Sound familiar? So anyway, it's a real big deal. I'll tell you this. He's going to be on the show. So when that's all locked, I will then be able to say his name and we'll be able to talk about everything on the show. He's a mutual friend from another guest, Greg Grumberg. He said, oh, let's have Greg do it. We'll all do the show together, have another party show. Greg is in agreement. So this will all be happening very soon, and there should be more talk. I can't believe I just said the stuff I said because, like, the number was so high for me to come back on television and be like, I think he's going to give it to us. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever, and it couldn't be further from anything that he alluded to. It's just a weird feeling I have. We're doing good stuff with this. It's not about owning stuff. I don't even want to own stuff.
Nope.
If anything, I would give him this stuff. Just let us use the other stuff for our purpose here, you know? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, something's going to work out. And or he has... I can't wait till he's here because it will then be up to him to tell you how much or how little he wants to about his collection. The things that are in it would blow your mind. I'm not shitting you. Imagine the Ark of the Covenant in the warehouse from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's that. It's not like that. It's that. Amazing. I know. It looks like, what the hell? Jay's high. He's totally way too enthusiastic. No, I'm serious. I'm serious, and it's been a long time. So I'm just really excited about it, and I guess that was very unprepared me sharing. So blah, blah, blah. More to come. More to come on that. And the irony of that is even better. It's public
Thank you
knowledge,
for
I can
sharing.
tell you. He has the entire Johnny Carson set. I don't mean the desk and chair and couch and microphone and... I mean all that. I mean the entire set. Everything.
All of it. All the pieces.
Everything.
Does he have the plants?
More to come. More to come. Okay. Commercials. Commercials. If that wasn't enough of a tease, commercials. Oh, boy, I love commercials. They say. Get serious here. People think I'm more serious when I put my glasses on. I don't know if it's true. What do you think? Answer in the chat. I don't know. All right, hang on. There's some stuff over here. All right, hang on. Irene Hoffman watched every Pee-wee episode. Mothers were angry when he taught kids to make music with pots, pans, and wooden spoons. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. YouTube is perfect, says Alec Berman. Thank you. Occasional audio interference warping knocks open mic, potentially coming from producer Mike. Yeah, that's what we're thinking as well. When he speaks, it's okay, but there's other sounds sometimes coming through. Yeah, that's what we were hearing the other day too. We'll figure it out, everybody. It's a work in progress. The good news is, they say, all which separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. What types of toys, Mrs. Ryan? That's right. Licensed in most states, St. Clair Insurance shops top provider, so you get the best coverage for your toys. Check out St. Clair Insurance by simply getting your computer out, plugging it in, getting the dial-up going. These days, everybody has Wi-Fi. Okay, just go to Google, okay? Go to www. Then simply visit coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
Maybe you could do that now. I miss you doing the bell. That was always fun when the news was over.
Yeah.
We stopped doing the news and James Corden started. I find that odd.
We're all connected.
Here's a big one, especially if you're coming to Breakfast Club tomorrow, especially if you have an automotive brand. You're going to want to pay attention to this. This episode has been brought to you in part by Series 1 Films. Series 1 Films helps automotive brands create engaging cinematic content for social media and advertising to grab and hold your ideal customer's attention. Check them out by simply going to series1films.com. That's series1films.com with a number 1. Also, I think Taylor will probably be up at GVBC tomorrow, as he often is, and you can talk to him in person if you have any interest in jumping on board with Series 1 Films. They do great work, I'll tell you that. He seems to get in. I don't know if this is hard to describe. He seems to get in there. He gets exclusive automotive content. You know when they were doing that Z, we saw the new Zs up at GVBC the other day. They had the new Nissan Zs because they were doing a commercial up there for Nissan. It's the only reason we got to see him. Somehow he got in there and he got all this special, beautiful, I don't know. He's got access. That guy's got access. So, Series 1 Films, check it out. Number 1. Is that it? Did we do it? Oh, so hot sauce time? Oh, Topless Target bought a badge. Thanks for buying a badge. Producer Ariel. One day I will get it right. Producer Ariel, who was also heavily in the Niall Evans episode. She is usually in the chat. She is sorry she's not here tonight. She's working. There you have it. She's on Kimmel and other shows right now. Hank on camera 4 bought a badge. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't forget to thank them. Thank you. Oh, so delicious hot sauce. After that, Pinstripe Chris is going to be sitting here, over here in this chair, right here. There it is. Did I tell you about Tradecraft Tuesday and Sticky Vape? Did we talk about that at all? Tradecraft Tuesday is brought to you by Sticky Vape.
Oh.
There you are. Enjoy that. And I'm wearing an Auto Kettle shirt because I love Auto Kettle. Now, oh so delicious hot sauce. The hot sauce, Mrs. Ryan.
Made by bears.
Made by bears. Look it up.
Oh, so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Garlic and serrano mixed with love and care. You can put it on your eggs, pour it on your rice. It's great on a leg, it's better on a slice. It's oh, so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Oh, so delicious hot sauce. Great on everything except oatmeal.
Get your bottle today at ohsodelicious.org. $1 from every bottle sold goes to the National Military Family Association.
I'm Johnny Lieberman, and you're watching LMP. What does LMP stand for?
Late Night Playset.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been on there. Yeah, good show. You should like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
There you go. What are you driving today? 63 356B. Hey, 111. What are you driving today? Here we go. Oh, this is fun, David. Thumbs up for sure. This just proves that you don't have to go fast to have fun. You don't have to go fast. Can you see my smile already? Okay, I'm impressed. You don't need to stick it. He's already got it. My car's going to feel slow as balls after this, I'll tell you that. Pedal down. Yeah, baby.
Want some bubbles? Nah, no bubbles. Oh, I get to do this. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put the hot sauce away. Yeah. All right, we are back sitting here with Pinstripe Chris. I couldn't be happier about it. What's up, Pinstripe Chris?
How's it going?
Oh, it's good to see you, buddy.
It's great to see you guys.
We'll pull your camera in here nice and tight. You should toy like a tiger.
Going over to my
Bring that
face.
microphone to your face. That way we can hear you.
Yeah.
There you are. What is happening, my friend?
Not too much.
Welcome back. It's great to see you. It's
Yeah.
been not that long, but I
Not
feel
too
like it's
long.
longer than we actually expected it to be.
Yeah, probably. It's like SNL. You get like the special jacket or something the more times you come
Do you
on
know
the
how many
show.
times this has been for you? I don't.
I don't know.
If we had a real
4?
booker.
I think it's 4.
Oh, I thought 5. You
wow,
think it's 4?
maybe 5. Either one, it's a new personal.
Five-timers
best.
club.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there's a couple things. You bought a Ferrari 348. Last time you had just told us about it. In fact, I think I found out about it on the show, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
Yeah.
I've since had a chance to drive it.
Nice.
We went for a nice drive last
We
week
sure
up at
did.
GVBC up in the mountains on Angela's Crest. Delightful. We'll talk about that.
Nice.
And we will be moving the time machine off of the desk here so that you can reveal to us the Pinstripe Chris Special Luft Edition
Man, I feel like
brought
we're
to you by
really
Carissa
overhyped
Ball.
this. Man.
No, so that's what we're doing tonight. That's
Sweet,
what's going
I'm excited.
on. And then if Instagram has anything going on, Mike, you can just get our attention and let us know if there are any questions that need to be answered. And I have got the YouTube chat up here as well in the meantime. Okay, we already did that. Good. That smile from Mrs. Ryan always brightens up my night. From Tina Schlaw. Tina Schlaw. You know who Tina Schlaw is?
No.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Where do you want to start?
Man,
You want to talk about the 348? What made you decide to get a 348? You had the Cayman? You
Yeah,
had the Cayman
the Cayman
before.
GTS. Yeah, I guess the ship kind of sailed quickly on that one. Like, that Porsche market was crazy, so the dealership offered me money to buy it back. And I thought, all right, that sounds cool.
They called you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe about 6 weeks after I bought the car. Not long.
Hell of a market, man.
Everybody just was lacking inventory, so I thought, I'll never get this opportunity again anyway. So I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. So I just thought Porsches got too expensive compared to Ferraris. I'm not going to pay Ferrari prices for Porsche. It's time to just buy a Ferrari.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to get one. I just thought I'm just going to get more serious about getting one. So took the time and I looked all over until I found this one in North Carolina. Flew out there, checked it out, and I flew it back and had a car shipped. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good times.
How long
Yeah.
did it take?
To which part?
Oh, sorry.
Like the whole.
No, the shipping. How long did you flew back? You bought it. Shipped it.
From the time that I.
2 weeks.
No, it was about a week.
Oh, great.
Yeah, actually everybody
Somebody
was,
drove
and it
it.
was the week of Thanksgiving too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is crazy because we had a couple other friends that were getting like cars and bikes shipped, and they were like, "Man, it's been on a transporter for 2 or 3 weeks." And I don't know. I guess I just got lucky.
I think you did. That's awesome, though. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's classic Ferrari.
Very much.
Red on. Did
Red
they
on
call it
tan.
camel? Tan?
Tan. I would say
you
tan.
don't say beige because you didn't like when I called it beige, right?
Well, in truth, there's a couple different interior colors. There is like a tan and there is a beige.
Oh, so they're different.
They are different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Educating.
Yeah.
You have.
I would say tan.
Wait, hang on. There are 2 different ones, and you don't know which one you have.
Maybe
it's beige.
I doubt that it's beige. No.
Why?
Because one is definitely like a very bright off-white, and one is very not.
Okay. Well, you know what's up. So you got red on tan, but either way,
Yeah.
classic Ferrari Roadster. You call it a Roadster? I don't know. Spider.
Yeah.
It looks the part, sounds the part. I got in it up at Breakfast Club, having just recently driven a 355,
Nice.
which technically replaced that car.
Yeah, very much.
So I was expecting, I don't know, less.
Understandably so. Yeah.
I didn't get less. I mean, I probably did on the stats.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about a 30-something-year-old car, 40-something-year-old car, right?
94.
So 28-year-old car?
Yeah, getting to 30s, yeah.
Call it a 30-year-old car. It's not about stats anymore. It's about what the drive is like.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to go for another drive in it. I hope that you'll let me because you told me some stuff after we got back that made me think about it differently.
Yeah.
You upsized the rubber in the rear.
Yeah.
And other things. What else did you do?
Many things. When I got the car, it was actually fresh out of service. Like a bunch of service work had been done, or at least on paper it had been. And I don't doubt that it had been, but at some point you just realize you're pickier than most people that own stuff. So I had the car up on jack stands. Every week after I drive, I'd come back and be like, all right, I know what to tweak next. So I've had a very nice neighbor let me a jack and some jack stands so I could have one car up just every other week. Eventually pulled the shift cables out and lubed them all the way. Adjusted the shift cables, which is a test and tune thing. You gotta drive the car while you're adjusting them, so it's a day process, but worth it because it makes a big difference in how the shift interaction feels. The shift gate was worn out. The original shift gate, one of the prongs was bent pretty badly, so you would easily miss a gear. All little details like that. A little interior pieces were just kind of dirty and gummy. Like, I don't know, it's a little boring stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just like stuff you could tinker on for a couple hours each day and just kind of have a little fun.
But all that tinkering amounts to the experience that I had,
Maybe.
which is different than other experiences I've had, right?
Hopefully, I think.
The shifter was ridiculous.
Oh, thank you.
I think I told you that, like, well, they wouldn't let us go drive Ferraris test driving when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They were in the showroom, and you certainly could go sit in them, and you
Yeah.
certainly could row through the gears. Yours felt, it's hard to describe, newer than new? Yours felt better than what it felt like sitting in the showroom.
That's
I
interesting
don't know,
you say
and,
that.
and it felt better than the one I drove the other day, and it felt better than the Lambo I drove a couple days before. And
That's
so, I
really
mean,
wild.
like, there are a lot of other Italians I was just recently driving to compare it to.
That were gated, yeah.
I can't describe it, and you were with me in the car when
Yeah.
I made the comment, and you said, "Oh yeah, that's a lot of adjusting."
Yeah,
You're like, "That was a lot of
enormous
work."
amount. As it turns out, the thing that people complain about in these cars the most, the 348 and the Mondial Ts, is how they shift. It's the biggest gripe of the cars. But to me, it's just details. You can always spend some time and finesse the details, right? Because if something is hard to shift, then it's no fun to drive.
Oh, man, I agree. I mean, it's the four inputs, right? I mean, it's about going with all the two hands and the 2 feet. I mean, if any of that shit's out of whack, the whole experience suffers from
And especially something gated in Italian, you're like, it should have this sort of feel generally.
If you're telling me you're that precise, you should be that precise. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you're,
This is those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no room for error. But there's a lot of reasons as that system doesn't work as good as the 355 is a much better, cleaner system. That's a car that should shift much easier. But true of anything.
What's different there? Is it the transmission itself?
So it's two things, if you'll indulge me in this boring factoid about these cars. I
Please,
realize
because
it's
people want to know.
for the people that really want to know. So the 355 is a 6-speed, and the 348 in the Mondial T is a 5-speed, a dogleg first, right?
Yes.
So the
That took
transmission.
me a little getting used to.
Okay, that's the basics. The transmission in the Mondial T and the 348 is, so the engine is long ways and the transmission is sideways. So they use cables for the shifting. The 355, they change it so that the transmission is in line, and they use a rod.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the rod is obviously way more precise.
Right.
As like a 911 would be, or a Volkswagen Bug, or a 356. That is just
An old 911.
Yeah,
Us
yes,
new
yes,
ones
yes,
are all
yes.
cable.
Yeah, even the ones I had were cable. That's correct. But you can adjust the cables, and you can get all those little bits out of it. But because the transmission does this 90-degree turn and the cables have to do something really funky, the tolerances for the adjustments is really tight.
Once you get it as perfect as it is right now, does it stay that way for very long?
Because
Because everything you're mentioning sounds like wear all over the joint. Every single...
Yeah, I can see why you would think that. I think most people with any of these types of cars that don't drive them often enough don't know the difference because they don't drive them often enough to compare a good day versus a bad day. If it goes any differently than it feels right now, I feel like I would know because from the opposite point of view, when I got the car, I was like, this could be better. So every drive is an opportunity to go, all right, what feels different or out of whack or needs some type of adjustment?
Because it's a
constantly.
tinker toy. You go home
I
and you
love
tinker.
it. Yeah, I like that part of it for sure.
I kind of like that too. That's an old car thing.
That is true.
Although I guess the kids just plug it in and put their computer up, right?
I guess, but if you're adjusting shift cables, I mean, that's
no. Skip Plus says, Chris is mind-blowingly talented.
You're very kind.
And somebody says, agree with Tiny. I don't know who Tiny, I must have missed what Tiny said. And Irene and Tiny, so true. All right. Missed what Tiny said. Oh, that smile from Mrs. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, Tiny Schlaw. I thought it was Tina
Not
Schlaw.
Tina.
Tiny Schlaw. I'm sorry. Gosh darn it.
I'm glad you like
I
driving
really
it, though.
enjoyed it. It was more... It's funny. I think I told you that this is old guy syndrome, but I think because it was even slightly more analog than the already analog 355.
Yeah.
Somehow I felt more connected to the road, and I felt more confident driving it. I think I told
That's
you that. I
interesting.
mean, we came into a couple things hotter than I think I did
Plenty
with the
good,
355.
Yeah, it was fun.
And I don't know. I felt more confident in your car.
That's interesting. It could also be that 355, like any other car, is just ready for some tweaks and some tunes and some adjustments.
Could be, but the one I drove is pretty well known in our community, and
Nice.
it's pretty well dialed in.
Yeah, I know the owner.
I think maybe the rubber, you oversized the rubber. There was something about
Quite a
that.
lot,
Like
yes.
your car was glued to the road.
Yeah, it would actually have been bigger than 355 rubber as well.
What'd you do? What should it be? What did you make it?
So it's got 355 wheels on it, so it's 18s as opposed to 17s that it should have. And then the stock, I know this is so boring. The the stock rear tires are like 265s, and what's on it is 295s on the rears.
That's a huge jump.
Enough.
Well, enough that like somebody like me who isn't sure about getting in a
it's not
Ferrari,
gonna
all
come
of a
around.
sudden I'm wicked confident.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
not gonna
sense.
come around. Yeah,
It's
you'd
not
have to do
moving.
something really stupid.
The 355, we were cooking it, but it was moving.
It's
when
also
we were
a
cooking
faster
it.
car.
Well, that could be. Maybe we were just
Oh,
going
yes.
faster than I thought we
Yeah.
were, but I mean, I was paying attention
Yeah,
somewhat. If both needles were reading accurately, I mean, we were in the same ballpark. But the rubber might be something. Also, perhaps your suspension might be softer. Is maybe the 348 a little softer than the 355, which an old guy like me likes because I can play with it more.
It's comfy. The 355, depending if it's an early one or mid and late, has electronically adjustable. It's the first generation of the toggle switch.
Mag ride type deal.
I don't know if it's quite that advanced, but it's that era of stuff.
Hard and
a
soft.
sport, a race. Yeah, exactly. So 2 or 3 settings, if I remember correctly, where the 348 is just a static coilover A-arm. It is what it is.
I'm really glad you're loving it.
I love it.
That could have gone either way too, but
Yeah, it certainly could have. And I think that's important to, like, you always say don't meet your heroes. And you're like, oh, I guess we'll see what happens.
well, but you're no stranger to Ferrari. I mean, as I remember, you started painting Ferraris, right?
Yeah. We used to have a shop where we painted Ferraris, and it was a good time. So it's a brand.
you've
that
been
I'm
around
actually-
them forever.
Yeah, it's a brand that I'm crazy passionate about. But just like a Porsche or anything else, you can get bad ones. You can get one that has the right badge on it and still is a crappy car. I drove a lot of 348s before I found this one. This was the best example, and I think it's even better now that I've tinkered with it so much.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I'm certain it's better with what you've done.
I'm happy with it.
I wish you many years of happiness with it. I don't imagine you're going to get rid of it.
I don't plan to. It's actually in for its first oil change right now. I got it late November. I put 5,000 miles on it.
It's more than 1,000 a month. That's awesome.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
A vintage Ferrari, and he's driving it daily.
That's
pretty much,
impressive.
almost.
Not even once a week, but when I'm out going for a drive, I'm 300 or 400 miles that day.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean,
But
Costa
either way,
Mesa, to
that's
come up here,
constant
yeah,
running.
yeah, exactly. At least once a week. But I'll jump in that car and go to the grocery store before the Roadster. Even it's just comfier. It's easier to drive.
I agree with both of those.
Yeah.
I love
like
riding in the Roadster, but
yeah.
it's not comfortable or easy to drive.
Yeah, it's cool, but yeah, when I want to go down PCH to go get some coffee, in the Ferrari with the top down, that's a different vibe.
Right before we started, more than you can afford.
Classic.
Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
What is the line?
What's the retail on
That's
one
what
of
it
those?
is, yeah.
Yeah.
More than you can afford.
Pal. Ferrari, yeah. That guy was in the 355.
Right.
Yeah.
It's PCH by Fisherman's, right? Fisherman's Net? Or is that what it's
Something
called?
by,
Neptune's Net?
Fisherman's, there you go.
Neptune's Net.
Yeah, like way up there. Yeah.
You don't you don't hang out down at Fisherman's Net. You don't know what's up.
Clearly I don't.
Do you want to talk about the what you brought, or
I do.
Okay.
Yes,
Should
because I
move?
feel like it requires a lot of explanation before I show you what
Then
I
I'm
did.
going to shut up and let you start explaining.
Because now that so much time has gone by, I've had it like a year.
What?
I know. I feel like it was like March, April this time last year. You're like, yeah, take
Was
your
the last
time.
time
I
you
was
were
like,
here?
Don't tell me that. No, I think I've been here once since then. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
and we
yes,
probably
yes.
thought you were going to bring it, but you didn't, and we didn't really care. So, yeah, that's probably what happened.
This feels like
So
it's
you
been
probably
a year.
have had it. Okay.
Yeah, sitting next to my desk, just staring at me. Crazy.
Taunting you?
Yes, exactly. When are you going to paint me? When are you going to finish? Everybody's wondering. It's like Paulo Kennel's roof on his GT3.
It's got a thought bubble on it. Undone.
What do you? Yes, in this pile of things that I need to do for sure. I actually thought I was going to be able to do it while we were doing our big paint project last year. I had it with me because it was just a block from our place.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet, we've got the booth, I've got access, got all these colors. And then I came up with an idea that I thought, well, I don't need any of those things. I just need to actually sit down and do it. So the very short explanation for what my idea was is that I thought, I want to take the car and I want to paint it to look like a painting.
Ooh.
So rather than spend the time to like mask it off and airbrush everything so it's like perfect and clean, I want to use like acrylic paints like thick and
All
heavy
over
on
it,
it.
yeah.
So it looked like a painting. But at the same time, I wanted to do it like I would a canvas and paint the highlights in it and so that the top surfaces were a little bit brighter. And then I was getting into it. I don't remember if you remember what it looked like when you gave it to me. I know it's been a while.
I remember what it looked like stock, and it's funny. I meant to save the box because I was going to show
Okay.
it for before, and I think I literally just threw it out when we blah blah blah. But it was here. I know what to do. I know what to do. We have the internet.
I think it
Green.
makes such a big difference to see what it's supposed to look like versus what it looks like now.
What it used to look like.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was
How
greenish, right?
It was green.
Yeah.
But the thing that was
Everybody
sort
ready?
of
All right. It was metallic green. It wasn't just green. It was like metallic green.
well, it is no more.
Is that fair?
That is exactly right. So the
All right,
thing
hang on.
that's
Let me just make sure everybody can see this here. All right. This is the before.
yeah, it's exactly right. So what's interesting about that, besides everything, is that it doesn't have quarter windows. It doesn't have a rear window. It doesn't have any features, but it has a basic Porsche look, right?
If I may, I'm pretty sure this was the design they came up with that was as close to Porsche as you could get without being.
Definitely has the shape, right?
But they got rid
Yeah.
of all of the actual things that you would put there to
yeah,
be a Porsche.
enough, to keep them out of litigation, probably.
Fine. Yes.
Yeah, so by the time I got into it, I thought, well, if I'm going to paint it, I kind of want to put some of these other details in it so it doesn't just seem like I did this thing. And of course, I wanted to paint it to look like your car. So I was like, well, I got to put these parts in it, obviously scaled down, so I have to leave out certain things that aren't critical. So that's the whole lead up to I wanted to paint it to look like a painting so that it has a lot of imperfections, but that's part of the look of it.
100%.
Because I think even in my own artwork, I struggle with the idea of pursuit of perfection. So kind of letting go a little bit and kind of going, I want this to be messy but cool because it ties back to your guys' car limits. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm so
Can't
excited
wait.
now. I was
Now
already
that I've
excited.
hyped it up.
Yeah, no, I was excited already, but now that it's going to be Yellowcar.
Careful.
Holy cow.
Holy
Holy cow.
Oh, wow.
This is the
Wow.
coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow. Oh, everybody. Okay. I don't even know how to. All right, let's see. This is really remarkable. Can I do this? Will this work? Nope.
It's amazing. You did such a cool thing.
We're going to figure this out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure this out. There we go. There we go. Wow. What I'm taken with is how much it looks like Cars, like the movie Cars,
Yeah.
because of the
proportions.
Thank you.
Yes.
Look at that. So look at the detail work he did on the headlights. I'm sorry
So-
that my face is behind.
Yeah. So obviously the car is not shaped after a 997. So I was like, all right, well, I got to put the center grille in it. I got to paint the outer grills. There's a set of lights that go just in between the headlights.
This is incredible. Incredible.
On the
Oh,
back.
you did what you did with like the shadow of the stickers.
Yeah, I thought it's got to have something back there.
Oh my god.
I've got the exhaust cutouts on the back, the blue plate. At some point, I didn't know where to stop, so I was like, all right, just got.
This is so good. I mean, it's amazing, and I mean the actual stickers are there. The stripe, the 111, and the what is it? The Pegasus.
Yeah, I think it came out a little bit more like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Pegasus. But I was like, you know what? That's kind of cool. Then we'll go with it.
I don't know, man. I think you killed it.
Oh.
This is amazing. The white letter tires. I mean, this is amazing.
It's really cool.
It's so much better this way, in my opinion, than had you spray boothed it and made it speed yellow and like
Yeah.
just gone to town.
And
mean,
I
guess
thought
it is
about
speed yellow,
that.
but
Yeah, I thought it would be cool if it was perfect and clean, but I was like, I don't know. That's
like in a perfect. Forgive me, we're still zoomed in on my face
Like
here.
our car.
In a perfect.
Like, no way.
In a
Perfect and clean.
In a perfect world, I'm sorry, did I cut you off? In a perfect world, I wish our car numbers were painted on
Oh,
like
wow.
this. You know what I mean?
No
With
kidding.
that sort of brush, the old school look.
Yeah.
If you ever want to do our car, you're more than welcome to it. But I know there's a long list of shit you have to do.
Took me a year to do this.
That's hilarious.
Don't worry, he didn't
Like
actually.
I said, no rush.
Yeah, your mistake, Jay. Don't say no rush to an artist.
But how about that? That's amazing. That's amazing, buddy. I'm blown away. I'm so
Glad you like
touched.
it.
I love it. I love it.
I appreciate that you didn't give me any parameters or expectations. You kinda
So
let me
because
have
of that,
some
you
fun.
decided to give me exactly what I wanted. Nice.
I don't know. I don't really know what you wanted.
I didn't know. Honestly, can I tell you what I thought you would do? I thought you would do something that looked like this, but it wasn't going to be our car. I thought in my mind, I thought you would take. You know how some of these come like an outlaw? They have the X's on the headlights.
Yeah.
I thought you would go that direction with it
Interesting.
and make some kind of, because it sort of looks like a cafe racer, a little bit
A
shaped.
little bit, yeah.
You did it. You just did it with our car instead of coming up with some generic.
Yes.
I thought you would come up with some generic whatever, something that you thought would look good within the set or whatever. This is amazing. I'm blown away.
Thank you. Glad you like it. It was a lot
blown
of
away.
fun.
Do you
And
see how it's not just yellow, like it's all highlighted in, you know what I mean? Like to make it look as though it's, isn't that crazy?
It's really cool. I love everything about it.
Oh, thank you.
I'm blown away, buddy. This is very, very touching. And here's the only problem. Thank you for doing that. The only problem is other people are going to want these.
I thought about that while I was doing it because, like, man, this is way too cool.
It's way too... I told you that might be a thing. And then the thing is, like, you could probably charge a lot for these.
Oh, I started thinking 5 digits, and I was like, if someone were going to pay me to do this, it's going to have to be some ridiculous amount of money.
For the amount of work you put into it, yeah.
I don't want to tell you how long it took.
I don't want to know how long it took because there's so much work and measurement here. Like, it's crazy. None of this is here. He made it all here. Do you get it? It's not
That's
really
why
there.
if you see what the actual one looks like, they don't have any windows, anything.
Right.
No grills. Just
So you had to figure out where all of these things would look right on the thing.
yeah,
Like,
based
I
on the
see-
shape of the car. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, as best as I could guess.
I mean, I wish 997s looked like this. This is the coolest. This is the coolest amalgamation because it's all short and snubby.
Well, it's cool because it's more like your guys' car. You hear me? I love yellow cars.
It's amazing. I'm blown away. It is art. I'm amazed. I'm blown away. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for not messaging me every week asking where your toy car is.
I don't hang on. I don't think I ever did it.
No, but I have plenty of people that I work with that are like, "How's it going?" Every time you message me,
checking in.
yeah, every time you message me, the clock starts over again. I don't know if you know that.
Going through my text and just realized we hadn't talked in a while. Figured
Yeah.
I'd check in.
Right? Do you still have that? Did you move?
There's no rush, but I was just curious if we were still doing it.
Yeah. No rush.
It's amazing. The part of me though, I just want to play with it. And the thing is,
I'd be careful.
the thing. No, I don't. The thing is, like, I want to go to different Porsche stores now with this and go to their kids section. They have with the layout, and I just want to make a series of photographs of this at all the different tracks.
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, here it
Yeah.
is at Porsche Santa Clarita. Here it
kinda
is
love
over at
that.
Porsche
that's a
South
cool
Bay.
idea.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and do like a little scene with it.
That's a
like
cool
that kid.
idea.
The I shouldn't say kid because I don't know who he is, but the Brazilian guy, Rusty Kids, who did the Newcombs diorama
That's
and made
right.
our car and
yeah.
stuff. I'm so touched, man. It's it's amazing. It's
I'm glad
amazing.
You guys like it.
I can't believe you made it so. This back window isn't here on the toy.
I'm really glad you guys said that again because I forgot, but that looks so good. I forgot because you made it look so organic.
I don't know what I'm doing here. We did a side by side. Here we go. How's that? Whoop, it really blows it out, but you did. Crazy. Yeah, lots of love on the thing.
Oh, that's really cool. I had a lot of fun working on it. And to be like, just full disclosure, I did that what's today? Thursday? I did it on Tuesday.
No.
The whole thing, yeah.
But you knew what you were going to do.
Yeah, I've had the idea for a long time.
To me, that's harder.
What do you mean?
Finding the idea is harder.
Yep.
Finding the correct
I think
idea for
finding
whatever.
the time is harder.
Well, I was going to say then applying it generally.
Yeah.
Because
Pretty diligent worker, but not great at scheduling.
well, this shows because you booked. You said it. I said you said something about. I think this was your idea because I said I wanted to drive your car.
Yeah.
And I said that we would talk about it on the show. And oh, that'd be great. And I can give you your car back on the show. And whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, great. So in my mind, it's done.
Yeah.
That was weeks ago.
Well, coming from the custom car paint industry, yes, I started right after we had the conversation about when
Right.
it needed to be done.
All right. Parked it out back.
Yes,
Put
yes.
some plastic on it.
No, it wasn't procrastination so much as just lack of time to understand. But that's why I thought it was a good idea to suggest it, because it would put that in my mind, like, here's the completion date. It has to be done in order for. It snaps you into time focus a lot easier.
I do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Give
people
myself
do.
a deadline when there isn't one.
Yeah, yeah.
If this guy isn't going to call me and check up, I better.
Yeah, well, it just starts going down the tier list of, well, he says he's not in a hurry. What does that really mean? Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, it's not really about rushing to get it done. It's more like setting a deadline, something that feels physical and tangible. Like, all right, this is the show. This is when I'm driving. It has to be dry by then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Put it in my head. Oh, sorry. Auto Kennel says, love this. Great job, Chris. Oh, here. Can I?
I wanted to show it to him before I left, but I
Well,
wasn't in a hurry.
this is great timing because I was going to give you this to bring down to Auto Kennel, but oh, no, I can't show it to you on the show because I think he's going to give it to his wife. For egg. All right.
Next time.
Well, I've got here. Let me put the camera on you. Perfect.
Hi.
And then I'll just show you. Look, I got this for him. Isn't that awesome? Because he has that car.
Yeah.
With the thing and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So there we go.
Damn, they make everything.
No, isn't that great?
Man, I'm a little behind here.
There.
That's pretty cool.
And nobody saw a thing. Nobody has any idea what we're talking about.
That we know of.
That was incredible. All right, what else? How did that? You were, whatever that sound is. That's what the. Yeah, it's him.
Okay.
It's Canada.
I'm sorry, that was
Gotcha.
that was my granddaughter. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what was
thing.
happening in not
Yeah.
yeah. So I can always mute you too, buddy. Forgive everyone else while we figure out how to produce this show live.
I
look,
apologize
can
for the
always
intro. So sorry. So sorry about that.
I can always mute him. So, producer Mike, can you hear us? I have a feeling he can, but we can't hear him. So now he can microwave or whatever as he wishes. Okay. I think before the last time you were here, you were about to open an art institute. How much can we talk about the thing you were working on for months and months and months?
Yeah, we might have hit on it a little bit last time.
Well, it's done. I've seen pictures. It's amazing.
It's definitely done and in place, and actually inspired the idea of how to do this one, because we spent 2 or 3 months working on the race car parts, right? So 15, 20 Porsche parts that were all painted different liveries, but all the stripes, all the letters, all the numbers, everything was hand painted. We didn't use vinyl or anything, but the problem was once they were on the wall, you had to really tell people how they were done. They were really, really nice.
So what you mean is like, what do you mean by that? Why?
It came out, I don't want to say too nice, because it
too
sounds
nice?
sort of silly, right? When you have to explain how something is done, you kind of lose the essence of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a GQ thing with Nick Cage yesterday, brand new. It was only a few minutes, and he was answering like Web's Most Searched questions. One of them was, "Were the abs in Ghost Rider, were they real or were they CGI?" And he goes, "They were real, and I'll never do it again because you were asking the question. It wasn't even worth all the effort." Right, wasn't worth the
Hilarious.
struggle. But he is a great
a great
point.
answer.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of go, well, that you're making people wonder if it's real or not. Does that elevate how good it is, or does it the other thing? Does it do the opposite thing? Which is, while we were working on that, is why I was thinking about this. Like, if we'd have done those in a slightly more, I don't want to say artistic way, but something that had a little bit more substance to it, it would, even just the lighting on this, where you kind of see the brush strokes a little bit, you kind of go, it feels, you don't have to explain what it is. You look at it and you go, holy cow, oh my goodness. But they came out like painted car parts so much that it's like, so you can go so far that something feels sort of not noteworthy, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
It's sort of unremarkable because it's precise.
In our business, we call it overproduced.
Oh, interesting. That makes a lot of sense.
When something's just so perfect, it's almost not palatable.
Yeah, we kind of get
Ryan
this...
Seacrest in the old days.
There you go.
Nowadays, I find him more human, but for a while he was just a robot.
Yeah.
It was like, you're too good. I can't watch it.
Yeah. I think we even get the same sense on social media, Instagram or YouTube, when you watch somebody's like day-to-day process, and it's like cinematic, and you're like, okay, come on now.
Nobody lives that way.
It's completely made up and fake, and that's one end of the extreme. But I think as civilization, we've become so accustomed to it that we're getting used to the idea that that's not real. It's so nice that it's not believable anymore. You just kind of roll your eyes and go,
There's
all right.
like a weird allergy I find to it.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to be anything that perfect looks done. And everyone
Yes.
it's smarter to go through that.
I think so. I think it was a style and contemporary culture that's sort of run its course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in, if you think about how digital art is made today, so much of it now has like grain and texture to synthetically make it look analog. Just kind of lets you know we're kind of going full circle a little bit. We're using better tools, but we're kind of finding our way back to imperfection is part of the signature of what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll always be that way.
Hmm.
I'm not a Tesla guy. The ones and zeros, it's like it's too perfect for me.
It's a
997
little bit,
Gen 2,
yeah.
too perfect.
Too
You know what I mean? That
yeah.
direct injection, I don't like it. Even though it's awesome, it's perfect.
Yeah,
it's
better's
better.
not always
It's better,
right? Yeah. Well, take the even the car I got. Everybody at the time when it came out compared to the NSX. The NSX is better. In today's world, I wouldn't say better. I would say better
It's
for
a
the
different
time.
driving experience.
Yeah, it was.
It'd be hard to beat the experience I had in your car the other day. It was
you
really so
would
much
probably
fun.
enjoy an NSX, but you know,
I do enjoy an
the
NSX.
comparison of what's good for that time period doesn't necessarily scale to now. Our expectations aren't the same.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, these days what I just drove with yours would be significantly less expensive than an NSX ride, which is
apparently so, yes.
unbelievable compared to when they came out. The NSX was the poor man's Ferrari.
Still, I mean, it's still a wonderful car, but just
But
yeah.
wasn't it like 60 grand when it came out?
I can't remember what they were.
It was
but I
like,
know
it was
for
a
the
lot.
last-
We thought it was a lot.
Yeah, in the last handful of years, they were easily a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 car. So, but everything has just kind of gone crazy. But the pursuit of a better car or a better camera in today's world, it no longer matters. Now we kind of want that film grain, that
Right.
rustic look.
Yeah, we want to shoot 8K so that we can dumb it down to some sort of old Charlie Chaplin grain film look.
Exactly. Because the aesthetic is cool.
I don't disagree. I forego the 8K and even the 4K when it comes to that point because I go, no.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it came from advertising. Oh, we shoot that way so we can punch it in later. We shoot anything anywhere. I'm like, think, buy yourself a 3D camera and have a good day. You know, or a 360 camera and buy your, whatever.
I get it. Better.
If you're going to go on a rant, at least know what you're saying. We've got some questions here from producer Mike up in Canada. You can't hear him, but here's what he looks like.
Hey, Mike.
Here, I'll unmute him. There you go. Oh, your internet might have gone down, too. You became a pixelated mess. No offense.
It's all right.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you look fine.
Is the noise there right now?
Say again?
Is the noise there right now?
All right. I'm going to need to describe to you off air what the actual noise is. I've muted him again. Anyway, so what we have here are some questions from producer Mike. Some of these I think we've covered already, but what is your favorite medium to use in your art? Acrylics, oils, or Sharpies?
I actually really, really like acrylics. They dry fast, and I like to work fast. So the faster everything dries, better. This is acrylic, by the way.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah.
So you can, well, I don't want to get it wet anyway, but
No, you can get it wet. It's got clear on it.
just in case somebody spits
Yeah,
their-
but
Occasionally shit in here gets real funny and people spit their water all over the place.
I think water will be fine. I think
What about
gravity-
bubble juice? Now that's a serious
I'm
concern.
not sure, but
Yeah.
it should live like your car lives and see the same level of abuse. So whatever it takes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
There are many examples of folks who are inspired by cars of the past and the character they held in how they were designed versus today's designs, comedians in cars, Leno's Garage, etc. Are there any cars being released today that get your blood pumping, other than Porsche's lineup, obviously? That's a good question.
These days, no. I feel like a lot of car people are more fulfilled looking backwards now than forwards. The new stuff that's coming out is cool, but it's not necessarily for car people. I think manufacturers keep trying to check too many boxes. We need a better EV car that has 1,000 horsepower and 300-mile range. That suits somebody. It's not something I'm interested in. I don't want the Hummer with 1,000 horsepower that costs 110 grand. What am I going to do with that? Who am I going to impress? Where am I going to go? No. So I
But
think
that's what all of the kids want.
and that's
They
great.
all want 1,000 plus horsepower, and they want it to do whatever. And you can go to the grocery store, and it can drive itself. And
That's
you can
right.
jump Silver Lake and Echo Park, and
Yeah.
all that stupid shit.
Yes, we all want to drag race from stoplight to stoplight. I get it. I believe me. I'm behind them or in front of them constantly.
Mine
But-
goes 0 to 60 in 1.9, 1.8. Like, fuck.
My charge is in 2 hours.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Homer Simpson designed a car for his brother in an episode of The Simpsons.
That's right,
And it had
Persephone.
all sorts of features that came from Homer's subconscious. If you were to design a car out of sheer joy, what are some of the things you would love to see on it? That's a great question.
Oh, that is a great question. I don't think the general people would be interested in what I would care for because I want less, not more.
Well, that's
But-
probably me too, so I want to hear.
I think most. I mean, but there's companies that already check these boxes. Driver-focused cars, right? But I don't think a modern driver's-focused car, a new GT3, does nothing for me. It's a driver's-focused car, but it's too new for me to be even remotely interested in. Too big, too fat, too heavy. Doesn't matter how much power it has. So again,
if you were to design something out of sheer joy, what are some of the things you would love to see on it?
what would I love to see on it? Just less. Less is more.
Oh,
Simple-
I see. I see your
Yes.
point. So more minimalism.
Yes, subtraction, not addition. But yeah, it's sort of a.
That's literally your answer.
Yeah, it sort of is. I know it's kind of dumb and circular.
No, it's fine.
Because there's people out there that already custom build
These are
these
Canadian
cars.
questions. You can answer them however you want.
That's true. I'll be as neutral as possible.
It seems that you have taken what you love and are skilled at and created a career for yourself that immerses yourself in them. What advice would you have for folks out there that do a 9 to 5 and want to do something closer to their passions?
That's a good question. I had a 9 to 5 before I was doing this, so I can relate to what the struggle is to try to go from one to the other. And I decided not to do the long journey like most people try to do safely, and they kind of go, I'm gonna just save up, and one day I'm gonna switch. I did like a light switch. I quit my job and I started artwork full time the next day.
But you had the faith and belief in yourself. I mean, we touched on this the first time.
I guess so, but I mean, it was either gonna work or it wasn't. If it didn't work, obviously I would have got a job.
But you're a sink or swim guy. You were like,
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah.
gonna
You
try
gotta
this,
throw
I may as
yourself
well
in.
really. There it is.
Yeah, if you play it safe, you're gonna get results that yield you playing it safe.
Amen. Take a risk.
Take
Risk
the
or
entire
reward.
risk. Yeah, people go in debt for stupider things than trying to follow their passion.
Amen.
Yeah, so just try.
By the way, life will put you in debt for stupider
That is-
things
I
if you
100%
didn't
agree.
follow your passion.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it all
costs
works
you
out.
money whether you're having fun or not. Yeah.
Dude, you're wise for your years.
So just throw yourself in. It's stressful, but so is life every day. So it might as well be on your terms.
What are a few of your early inspirations of vehicles? Top 3 favorite designs of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm a big Ferrari, Porsche guy, and McLaren as well. I also like Lamborghinis. But I'm like a 50s, 60s car kind of person. I like really old, simple stuff. So when manufacturers were hand-making cars, or at least when Ferrari and Lamborghini were hand-making cars, I think McLaren very much still very nearly hand-makes their cars.
Yeah. Some people still do, right?
Yeah, to some degree. There's a lot of automation, but it's not like Ferrari or Lamborghini have high production numbers compared to. Yeah, so 50s, 60s stuff is really what I like. I also like old American stuff, but European classic sports cars is really, really my happy place. I love that stuff. So to me, that's the best inspiration to pull from. That's as cliche as it sounds. It's like when craftsmen were building cars. And
No, it makes
you know.
perfect sense. But of those, what is your favorite classic European car? You know, pick 3 of your favorite designs so people can see where your head goes.
Okay. We like a Ferrari 250 GTO.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic,
something I
stunning.
really, really like.
You good?
Same general shape and era, Jaguar E-Type.
Killer.
I don't think you can really go wrong there.
Yeah.
Maybe like a DB5, similar type of
Oh.
early classic European.
Now, some of these are better to look at than to actually drive.
For sure.
But my goodness, some of them are so good looking.
That's
That
why I say
DB5.
craftsmen, because they may not be great cars to drive in today's world, but if you had them, you could stare at them and enjoy that you bought a nice piece of artwork.
Well, the coach work was
Yeah.
like, it was cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, and while they might not have been like always been the best made cars, in today's world you kind of go, the quirks of the fit and the fin is kind of telling of the time, and I like that. Yeah, perfection's overrated.
Back to that. Amen.
I mean, unless you're spending, by the time you're buying like a Singer or a Gunther Works, then you have high expectation. Now you're spending money, it better be fucking perfect.
You got a team of people telling you how to spend your money at that point.
That's
You know what I mean? It's almost like I guess there probably are some people who win the lottery and then go to Singer and place their order. But I mean, for the most part, it's like if you're spending $500,000 to start, generally your net worth is significantly more
it's
than
not your life
more than $1
savings.
million.
Yes, let's hope.
Let's go spend half of it on a car.
Yeah. I'm gonna live in this, Singer, so we're gonna kit it out.
Right. It's $500,000. I can swing that. We'll just sell the house. You know, no big deal.
Yeah, put a little camper on the top, tow a trailer. It'll be fine.
Oh God, I love it. Let's see. What about you? Is there anything you wanted to talk about? I know the agenda stuff's over, but
Yeah, well, no, we definitely covered the stuff. To be honest, I feel bad. I'm so tired. Had a very late night.
You feel tired?
You're 100% tired.
I offered you coffee before you didn't want it.
I got coffee on the way in. I thought, you know what? I don't want to overdo it.
You do not exhibit tired at all.
Nope.
You exhibit alert and present. I'm telling you.
Well, I appreciate that. I feel so out of it.
Maybe tired is good for you.
Maybe, you know what? Sometimes I feel like tired like slows me down to maybe a good normal.
When I'm really fatigued, other people seem to like me better. When I'm like over it, other people seem to like me better.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
More palatable.
Ah, interesting. I can see that. Was out.
So I've been trying to keep more busy lately. I keep myself pretty exhausted.
I actually like working towards the later part of the day, just so that the day feels like it's winding down. The energy's a little bit lower. I feel more productive. So I don't
that's
usually work in
interesting.
the middle of the day. Yeah.
I tend to get up early to try to get shit out on the earlier side, mainly
Yeah.
because earlier in the day is when she has energy. In the afternoon, it's
Makes sense.
as the clock goes around, like lower and lower and lower to the floor we go. Friday afternoon, we were on the floor having that meeting.
I'm so sorry.
No, I don't mean it. No, no blame at all.
We all have a different energy range throughout the day. I think it's it's tricky to find out, try to balance what you're trying to accomplish with those different levels of energy throughout the day.
Well, do you think that people have a natural rhythm too?
I think everybody's
the circadian
different.
rhythm or whatever.
Yeah, for
right.
sure. I think the average person trying to be forced to work a 9-to-5 job is so counterproductive.
It goes against their natural rhythms.
That you can never discover unless you leave it behind.
Man, that's some advice right there.
That's great
whether
advice.
you
Quit
intended
your
to
job.
whether you
Everybody
intended
out
to
there.
give it or not. No, but maybe that plunge that's what you realize from that plunge.
Yeah, maybe. I think hopefully with the last couple of years, a lot more people are working at home, and you realize you don't need to pick the sunrise hours to be productive. You could be, as long as you're getting what you want to accomplish in each day. Doesn't really matter what time of day it is.
Whatever's good for you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody else said, Tiny on the radio says, "Holy crap, that is awesome! I want one." Tiny, send a message, and perhaps you can get in the queue someday.
In the queue. It's 50.
Skip Plus, phenomenal work. That's awesome.
Thank you, Skip.
It is. It is awesome.
I just want you guys to know, I was out at a paint shop last night helping some friends paint a mini truck that needs to go to a show this weekend. So I got home this morning at 4:30 from Riverside. I slept a few hours and was like, all right, time to ride back to L.A. I'm very tired.
I'll remind everyone, he booked himself for this show. It's not like I was like, hey, we need somebody last minute. And,
gosh, Jay's
and he's
calling
like,
me
wow,
again.
oh man, I had a late night. Oh, okay. Like, he did this all to himself.
I like to agree to things that are impossible.
I'm getting a theme.
Yeah, me too. I almost started out this by saying, here's what we know about you. You are, you think a million things a minute, and everything you think is interesting. I'm like Doug the dog from Up. I'm like, squirrel! And I will follow every little thing, and then you are so anxious to please me and the audience and anybody else that you will then go tell everything that historically we tend to skip around and not finish much. Today I was really trying hard, and perhaps your exhaustion, I feel like we did pretty good.
We did good. We won. If there's a way to win, we did.
Winning. Tiger blood winning.
Yes, it was a great success.
You, I like. You rode your motorcycle here. Are you? Do you have enough energy to get home? Do you need some
Being
caffeine?
on the bike keeps you awake for sure.
Yeah.
I like that.
You do love your bike.
It's fantastic.
Do you prefer the bike or the cars?
Depends on where I'm going and the temperature. Yeah, anywhere where I'm gonna going up to Riverside or coming up to LA, you never sit in traffic when you're on a bike. I love that.
True.
Yeah.
Are you at an age where
I'm 400 years old.
Comfort is. I'm at an age where I'm like, even if I wanted to ride a bike, I don't think I would like it anymore because I'm kind of I'm old and you know what I mean? Like I haven't been doing it in so long that I'm kind of like my body hurts even thinking about it. No, maybe no. don't
I
know.
just started riding seriously a year ago. This is my first bike that I bought new.
Oh, gee whiz. I don't know how I feel about that. No, because I like you so much. I don't want anything to happen to you.
I don't
I'm
want
just
anything to happen
becoming a
to me
nervous
either.
grandmother now. I'm like, oh my God, he hasn't been down. He's
yeah.
going down. You don't learn to ride in LA. You learn to ride in the dirt when you're a kid, and then
I've rode in the dirt too, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been riding a long time, but I took a safety riding
So wait, you
course.
just
I'm
said a year.
licensed. Yeah, like I got my motorcycle license during COVID.
oh, I see. You're legal now.
Yes, and
That's
I
true.
bought my first new bike a year ago.
I bet most automotive people don't know that about half the motorcycle riders in the world aren't even licensed.
It's
for
impressive. I had no
motorcycle,
idea.
And
I was
about
like,
half
what
of
do you-
them don't have insurance.
No
And
idea.
I mean,
It's crazy.
and I shouldn't say about across the board, but like of the people I
a
used to
lot
know.
more than it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
That is
'Cause
so
it's-
not common
If you ever
knowledge.
get caught, you just pay a
Oh,
little
wow.
fine or whatever. It's not
Yeah,
a
I
big
would have
deal.
thought the same thing. Like, how do you ride without a
Totally.
license? Oh, don't worry about it.
Of all the things to do, that's
Oh,
not.
it's
No,
just
it's
a simple
stupid.
process too. Like, why skip that?
I got my permit on my Connecticut license forever ago, and then it was a separate thing, and then I just brought that out here
That's
to
right.
California, and then I don't know, somehow I got my permit out here maybe or whatever, but I definitely never finished my thing, and I rode for a couple of years for
Oh
sure.
wow.
And I was like, oh, I got to get to the blah, 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 and somebody else made fun of me for like going to like go pay my whatever the fuck. He's like, see that? It's not even registered. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get in it. Why am I hanging out with you people?
Yeah, you ride with people that don't have plates on their bikes. And they make fun of
It's
me.
exactly that, but
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
what do
these
you-
are, but they're, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. All good.
I'm not riding anymore.
Everybody's different.
Too many sheets on the freeway. I saw too many sheets on the freeway on the way to go ride, and
Too
I
many
was
sheets?
like, covering bodies.
Oh.
Motorcycle riders who have been down,
I see.
not to get up again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that type. I feel like there's different types of motorcycle riders.
No, not people I was with. Just
Okay.
drive. Just being in LA. LA
Yeah.
is not a safe place because nobody knows what the fuck they're
Yeah,
doing because
it's a
nobody's
little
here.
hectic. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can? Oh my God. Reggie Watts is on an airplane and he just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hi, Reggie Watts. What's up? You're on an airplane? Oh, Reggie is flying to Europe. I can't remember exactly where
wow.
to go drive the new Mission R for Porsche. He's going to go with Johnny Lieberman.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Lucky
cool.
guy.
Pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Thanks, Mike. Yes, I unmuted
very
you without
cool.
you knowing it. But if I heard any sound again, I was going to mute you.
Thank you.
You know, it's not you talking. It was whatever the other sound was, right?
Don't give me the it's not you, it's me thing.
All right. Totally you. All right. Did we do the thing? Are we done here?
You did the good thing.
I mean,
We're
I
good.
feel great. I'm so
It's fantastic.
jazzed about this. It came out so much better than I ever could have imagined. I'm
Really
going to show it to
appreciate
Instagram again. Isn't this unbelievable? Unbelievable. Here, I guess the way to do this would be bring Instagram up here to the light. That's the way to do it. Here we go. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible? I know.
Hey,
I'm
toy
the worst.
cars.
Pinstripe Chris, thank you for being here.
Thank
you
you.
for this amazing piece of art. Signed on the bottom. Amazing. How do people follow you? How do people keep up with you? How do people hire you if they want to?
All of that can be done through Instagram. Pinstripe_Chris on Instagram. That's me. That's it.
And I think I got the underscore correct in the thing this time. Yes, I
believe
put the
so,
underscore.
yes.
I got that right.
Yeah, I like your Jurassic Park looking font here.
That
This
is
pretty cool.
exactly what it is. I'm
No
so
way.
impressed.
Really?
Yes.
No kidding.
The truth is, when I was a kid, there was a show called Live at 5, shot across the hall from Letterman, and that was their font as well. But that is for sure, I think they call it phosphate or something like that, which is clearly Jurassic Park.
Good for you.
I can't believe you noticed that.
Can I put everyone on the spot
Nobody
and
else
ask
has
an
ever
awkward
called me out on
question?
that. What'd you say, Mike?
Can I put everyone on the spot and ask an awkward question before we sign off?
Let's hit it.
Well, that car, is it possible that we could mass produce a simplified version of them and use them as a fundraiser for the foundation?
Cool idea.
Well, it is a cool idea if it didn't require so much work.
No. A
Boy,
simplified version.
how do we make this a wrap? No,
That,
that's an
there's
interesting.
some good questions
it's an
there.
interesting.
Yes.
That's something to
digest.
explore, I
Yeah.
would say, because that's a
I
great
would buy a
idea.
couple.
That's a great idea.
Also, there are some other things. There's someone is sending a piece of art that we thought we were gonna auction off. You know, Atomic Age? No, shit. What is his name?
Yeah, you're right. It is.
Is it the Atomic
or
Age?
something.
Okay.
Yes.
Diego? Is that his name? I
You know
forget
better
his
than
name.
me.
Gosh darn it! This
I just
is how-
remember
Don't get Jay
handles,
started.
not names.
Have you seen the ketchup and mustard? It is the Atomic Age, and it is Diego. We're both right. He was posting pictures of a. You know what? I'm not going to say too much about this, but he did a beautiful piece that is en route. That we were thinking we would auction the piece off, but the piece is so nice that I'm thinking we keep the piece and do prints and sell the prints, and then maybe auction off the end, or I don't know, somehow figure it out.
Yeah.
Kind of what Magnus did with the Felix. Holst thing, something like that, because people love the art that's with the attachment to the thing seems to be that people like that.
They like supporting the cause too, so it checks all the boxes.
That's what I mean. I think they're like, you're the best. I love you. Mrs. Ryan, anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, so follow Pinstripe Chris, Pinstripe_Chris. And Mrs. Ryan over here, too. New Life of Old Nicole. Is that what's going to stay, or are you going to keep it? You're going to make it something else?
I think it's going to stay for a while.
Okay. And the foundation. The foundation is the Autoimmunity Foundation. There will be more, like the website and everything next week. Nice. More on that next week. Also, next week, we're back here with Manuel Carrillo. Tomorrow, we're at GVBC. And that's it. Love you. We love you.
Love you guys.
Love our gift here. Amazing.
Thank
Amazing art. We love all of you at home. Please love one another. That's what makes this whole world go round, when we love one another. I'm telling you, it's important. Producer Mike up there in Canada, we love you.
We love you too.
Thanks for everything. And have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you out there.
Goodbye forever.
Seems crazy to be done, but don't say that. Sorry. You'll be back soon.
Oh, sorry.
Don't say goodbye forever. I tell you I'm afraid of you getting a motorcycle accident, and you tell the audience goodbye forever.
Forever.
You son of a gun. All right, well, here's what it is. Cue the music.